The town of Graymore was loud in the day, children playing, carts rattling, vendors shouting prices. But at night, silence ruled. Shops shut their doors before dusk. Only one place came alive when the moon rose. At the stroke of midnight, an old wooden sign creaked as it swung in the cold wind. Butcher shop, open only at night. Inside, a tall man with broad shoulders stood behind the counter. His apron was stained dark with years of work, his knife gleaming as he drew the blade slowly across the sharpening stone. He hummed, low, steady, almost like a lullaby. She stepped inside, the air thick with iron. He wrapped a cut of meat quickly and handed it to her. "Tell no one what you bought tonight," he said softly. She nodded, hurried away. Behind her, the door slammed shut with a heavy thud. At home, the woman unwrapped the parcel on her table. The meat looked rich, marbled, almost too perfect. Then she saw it, the bone, oddly curved, not like a pig's or cow's. Something different, something wrong. Her hand trembled. She dropped the package, backing away, whispering a prayer. Across town, the butcher sat in his shop, knife tapping the counter. He smiled, as though he had heard her gasp. The town's famous tavern was crowded as usual, though no laughter filled it. Instead, the townsfolk spoke in whispers, huddled around mugs of ale. "No one ever sees him buy animals," said a farmer, voice trembling. "Yet his cuts are always fresh." A traveler at the bar, young and curious, leaned in. "Why does he only sell at night?" he asked. The room went silent. Every eye shifted away from him. Finally, the innkeeper bent close, his voice rough. "Because in the daylight, he isn't there." The traveler's curiosity burned brighter than his fear. That night, while others hid behind locked doors, he crouched in the shadows near the butcher's shop. Through a crack in the back window, he peered inside. There, hanging on the hooks, were slabs of meat. He squinted, breath caught in his throat. One of them. It was an arm, a human arm, pale and lifeless, swaying gently. He gasped, too loud. The butcher turned, eyes sharp and unblinking, staring straight toward the window. The traveler bolted for his life. He sprinted down the cobbled street, heart pounding. Behind him, slow footsteps echoed. Not a run, just a calm, steady walk. Every corner he turned, the footsteps followed. The lanterns flickered, one by one, as if the night itself betrayed him. The streets twisted strangely, leading him in circles. Finally, he stumbled into the tavern, breathless. "They're not animals," he stammered. "He's butchering people." But the tavern was silent again. Faces turned toward him, expressionless. The innkeeper wiped his hands slowly. "You saw too much, didn't you?" The traveler backed away, but the townsfolk rose together. They surrounded him, herding him toward the butcher's shop. Their lips moved in eerie unison. "We love it because meat is cheap." The butcher was waiting at the doorway, knife glinting under the moonlight. His smile was wide now, teeth shining. But he didn't strike. Instead, the innkeeper pushed the traveler forward. "Fresh," he said. "Just in time." The traveler's eyes darted from face to face. They weren't afraid of the butcher, they served him. The last thing the traveler saw was the knife rising. The night swallowed his scream. When the town awoke, the square was quiet again. The sign above the butcher's shop swayed in the breeze. "Open only at night." Inside, fresh parcels of meat lay neatly wrapped on the counter, waiting for the next customer who would dare to knock. The lesson was clear. When a community tolerates evil to preserve itself, it becomes part of that evil. Silence is complicity. Hunger can turn to blindness, and curiosity, when it seeks truth in a place ruled by fear, can cost a man his life.